And so the earthquakes that we feel is when these movements are so much, it causes a break or causes a rupture in the crust. And so when it breaks, that release of energy is what we feel as the ground shaking. And so we've kind of, after analyzing how they work, why they occur, we can get a better sense of maybe where they happen and how to better deal with them. So we have our background information, we've contextualized our scenarios, and we can move on to our second step, which is collaborating.
Collaborating, we have several types of engineers and scientists working together to get this background information. They get it from various resources. Now, can y'all tell me what the types of engineers and scientists that will work together to combat earthquakes?
What do you guys think would be involved? If we're dealing with earthquakes, structures, based on kind of the background information on earthquakes, who do you think might have a say in this, or like we want to hear from? Yeah, exactly. People who have to deal with the weather. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, like the soil in the ground. It's like a geologist or something. Yes, exactly. Anyone else? What's up? About the run-on, I'm sorry? About history? Oh yeah, so like people track down where they happen, so like they can kind of use those to predict where the future might occur. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of different people need to be involved, not just scientists and engineers, right? We need other folks who are just like working on the process as well. So
yeah. So a couple of examples of engineers and scientists that work together to create solutions to go against earthquakes. We have the seismologists who study the seismic waves that are actually created from these earthquakes. We have the geologists who study the ground, the soil on where these earthquakes occur. And we have the architects to build the structures that will be on this soil ground. And surprisingly, we have the chemists who have to create the materials for the structure to be able to withstand these earthquakes. And finally, we have the financial advisor, because everything needs to be within a budget. We can't go over $1 million when you have $1,000 budget. That won't work out. And having all these people come together, we're able to collaborate and find solutions to several natural disaster problems such as earthquakes.
Right, so we've kind of now completed our second step, right? So we've collaborated, we've brought in all these different people, we got the mayor in, we got everyone who can possibly be involved, we got them at a table, and we've come up with a solution. And so if you kind of go back to earthquakes, one of the solutions could be the type of bearing they place on a structure. You guys have any idea what the bearing is of a building, maybe? Given this clue here on the board. It's a bearing, so it's a bearing of a structure. Where do you think this bearing would be located? Yeah. On the bottom, right? Like on the base? Yeah, exactly, on the foundation. So that's essentially what a bearing is. It takes on all the weight of the structure, and so it's going to be at the base. So when we're dealing with structures that have to kind of deal with earthquakes, a spring bearing could be a very good solution, because as you guys know, springs can stretch and compress, and so they store energy in themselves when they stretch and compress. So when the earth moves, it's able to kind of take in that energy and not have it collapse, right? In a very similar way, kind of tying back to our material scientists and our chemists that are coming up with this material, we have a rubber bearing, which works in a very similar way. Because rubber, you guys know, is like elastic. You can pull it and stretch it. And so within its own properties, it's able to absorb energy as well. And finally, we have a roller bearing, which kind of functions as like wheels at the bottom of the building. I know it's kind of funny to think about like a building or a structure having wheels, but as we will see in our final kind of step when we're confirming it, it's actually pretty effective. So we kind of got our solution. We're going to look at specifically the roller bearing. So we want to know that it works. So we want to confirm that it works.
And here we're going to have a video confirming how roller bearings work in terms of going against earthquakes. So yeah, as you can see here, structure 1 on the left is connected straight into the ground, and the structure on the right, structure 2, is on the roller bearings. So we're creating a simulation of an earthquake, and as you can see, structure 1 is kind of moving around a lot more compared to structure 2. And in a few moments, as you can see, structure 1 falls because it's connected straight into the ground compared to structure 2, which is on a roller bearing.